Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Good morning, and welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me today. Glad you could be here. Glad you could make the time to be with us on Storytime and enjoy this beautiful story coming to us from Innosanto Nagara. Yes, this one is written and illustrated by Innosanto Nagara, and we're bringing it to you in conjunction with 7 Stories Press Triangle Square. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and glad you could be here indeed. I hope that you had a lovely day yesterday, and I hope that today is even better. I know that it'll be getting warmer as we get into the weekend, but I hope that we are ready for that and indeed have measures in place to stay cool. Thank you indeed for joining us here on Storytime, and I hope that indeed libraries, local libraries in your area do have some cooling, and maybe that's the place to go and enjoy some books while you're there riding out the heat. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. A is for activists coming to us today. Thank you indeed for joining in. I hope that you enjoy it. And bringing this one back here to Storytime. And I guarantee you it won't be the last that it comes back here to Storytime. Thank you indeed for joining us today. Absolutely appreciate you. If you're enjoying your summer break, you're off school, well, enjoy it some more. However much is left of it, enjoy it. Thank you for being here with us. And if you're beginning to prepare slowly, getting ready for that school year, I hope that everything goes well. Thank you indeed for joining in Storytime today. Remember too that yes, your health matters, your rest matters as well, and of course too, take those small victories as they come along. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Absolutely thrilled to be here with you as always, and cannot wait to share today's story. Remember too that you can catch Storytime at a time that works best for you, at a time that is most convenient to you, at storytimewithmrlimata.com, at Storytime with Mr. Limata on Facebook and YouTube, and why not see everything Storytime on Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us here today. Absolutely appreciate you. Looking forward to all the sporting events, if you're like me, that are coming up. Of course, the Olympics being major tournament that will be coming up, major sporting event that will be coming up beginning next Friday. Actually, some of the soccer games will begin before that, and some of the sports will begin before that, so just keep an eye on that schedule and see what you can catch. Thank you indeed for being here with us today on Storytime, and congratulations to all the authors out there, creators out there coming up with new books this month, and we look forward to sharing some of those here on Storytime. Thank you indeed for being here. A is for activist is coming up right after this one. And remember too, if you do have recommendations that you'd love for us to read here on Storytime, well, please make sure that you send in that recommendation, and I guarantee you to do my very best to try and bring that book, that story here to Storytime. Thank you indeed for joining in, and please do look out for some amazing guests that we'll be having here on Storytime as well. Cannot wait. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. We'll be right back after this very short break for our story for today.
We're your contenders, and you're listening to Story Time with Mr. Limata. One more time. Your
Welcome back, indeed. Please do check out Tune Tales on all platforms that you can find your podcasts. They are there, entertaining, ready to entertain, and there for you with amazing guests that they've had on that show, including, of course, Auckland's own Boots Riley. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Our story for today is A is for Activist. This one is written and illustrated by Innosanto Nagara. We are reading it with permission of the publishers Triangle Square Books for Young Readers, in conjunction, of course, with Seven Stories Press. Here we go. A is for Activist. Come on in, join in. A is for Activist, written and illustrated by Innosanto Nagara. And we're reading this one with permission of the publishers, of course, Triangle Square Books for Young Readers, and also in conjunction with Seven Stories Press. A is for Activist, Advocate, Abolitionist, Ally, actively answering a call to action. Are you an activist? Yeah, there's a question for you. Are you an activist? A is for Activist, Advocate, Abolitionist, Ally, actively answering a call to action. Yeah. B is for Banner, bobbing in the sky, billowing in the breeze, 'cause you are not shy. No. C is for Co-op, cooperating couches, creative counter to corporate vouchers. Oh, and cats. Can you find the cats? Can you see the cat on this page? Yeah, and see if you can find it on other pages too. Yeah. B is for Banner, bobbing in the sky, billowing in the breeze, 'cause you're not shy. Mm-mm. C is for Co-op, cooperating couches, creative counter to corporate vouchers. Oh, and cats. Cats, of course. Can you find the cats? Yes, indeed. Oh, good morning to you, Kathy. How are you doing today? And of course, good morning to you, Luna, out there in Ohio. Thank you for joining us for story time today. I hope you're well. Good to see you as always. D, little d, democracy. More than voting, you will agree. Dictators detest it. Donkeys don't get it. But you and me, we demand equality. Oh, absolutely. Equal rights, black, brown, or white. Clean and healthy is a right. Every place we live and play, environmental justice is the way. So true. Yeah. D is for democracy. Little d, democracy. More than voting, you will agree. Dictators detest it. Donkeys don't get it. But you and me, we demand equality. Equal rights, black, brown, or white. Clean and healthy is a right. Every place we live and play, environmental justice is the way. Yeah. F is for feminist, for fairness in pay, for freedom to flourish and choose our own way. Yeah. G is for grassroots, sprouting from below, sharing nutrients and the waters flow. Below the surface, we are connected. Stronger together, we grow. Yeah. F is for feminist, for fairness in pay, for freedom to flourish and choose our own way. G is for grassroots, sprouting from below, sharing nutrients, and the waters flow. Below the surface, we are all connected. Stronger together, we grow. Yeah. H is for healthy food, a human right. Honeydew, jicama, nature's delight. Hummus, hot dogs, Havarti cheese. Hot dogs, yes. Healthy hot dogs, please. And pizza. Yes, indeed. H is for healthy food, a human right. Yeah. I for indigenous, indigenous and immigrant. Together we stand tall. Our histories are relevant. An injury to one is an injury to all. Yeah. I is for indigenous and immigrant. Together we stand tall. Our histories are relevant. An injury to one is an injury to all. J is for justice. Yay for justice. Jia Jing Jang. Juanita Jamal. Justice for the janitors. Justicia for all. Yes, indeed. J is for justice. Justice for all. Kings are fine for story time. Knights are fun to play. But when we make decisions, we will choose the people's way. Yes. How about L? Well, LGBTQ. Love who you choose, because love is true. Liberate your notions of limited emotions. Celebrate with pride our links of devotion. Yes, indeed. Wow. Kings are fine for story time. Nights are fun to play. But when we make decisions, we will choose the people's way. LGBTQI plus. Love who you choose, because love is true. Liberate your notions of limited emotions. Celebrate with pride our links of devotion. Yeah. And can you see the cats on this one? Yeah. Well, M, megaphones, marching, movimiento music, hip hop, hooray! It must be May Day. Yeah, it must be May Day. Megaphones, marching, movimiento music, hip hop, hooray! Must be May Day indeed. Yes. Well, let's celebrate all those workers out there. N is for no. No, no, no. Yes to what we want. No to what must go. No, no, no. How about O? Well, open minds operate best. Critical thinking over tests. Wisdom can't be memorized. Educate, agitate, organize. Yes, indeed. Yes. N is for no. No, no, no. Yes to what we want. No to what must go. No, no, no. Open minds operate best. Critical thinking over tests always. Wisdom can't be memorized. Educate, agitate, organize. Yeah. P, peace much. Protest. Power to the people. Yeah. And Q is for question, questioning coercion, querying qualities, counter force assertions. Yes, indeed. Important attributes, they're important things to consider. Yeah. Q is for question, questioning coercion, querying qualities, counter force assertions. Yeah. Yes. Radical Reds, the headline said. Ruinous rioters, the rumors spread. Rabble rousing riffraff. Really? Really? Are we listening to what the people want? S is for the sun. Solar, superstar, stellar power. Fuels all life, not just flowers. Energized homes, cars and showers. Silly selfish scoundrels sucking on dinosaur sludge. Boo! Yeah, yes, indeed. T is for trans, for trains, for tiaras, tulips, tractors, and tigers too. Trust in the true, the he, she, they that is you. Yeah. T is for trans, for trains, for tiaras, tulips, tractors, and tigers too. Trust in the true, the he, she, they that is you. Yes. You is for weekends. Wait a second. You is for workers' rights. Wait, that's not you. That's W. U is for union. Union, yes. Yes. Union, yes. V is for Vox. What? Did you say Fox? No, I said Vox. Did you say box? No, Vox. Rocks, blocks, socks, Vox, Vox. Vox of the people, voice of the populi. Better go see the letter D. Oh, you managed to get the book from the library. Go back and see the letter D. Yes, voice of the populi, voice of the people. Yes, indeed. Wondrous world, wondrous we cannot be whole, we cannot be free unless we delight in diversity. Yes, yes, yes. Wondrous world, wondrous we cannot be whole, we cannot be free unless we delight in diversity. Yeah. X is for Markham, as in Malcolm X. History's lessons can be complex. Remember Parks, remember King, remember Markham, and let freedom ring. Yes, and remember all the many others that have served, given their lives for the freedoms of all of us. Yeah. Remember the Freedom Riders and so many others. Yeah. X is for Malcolm, as in Malcolm X. History's lessons can be complex. Remember Parks, remember King, remember Malcolm, and let freedom ring. Yeah. Y is for you and youth, your planet, your rights, your future, your truth. Y is for yes, 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 yes. Yes, indeed. And Z, this was Zapatista, of course. And that is the end of this powerful story. Thank you so much for joining in Story Time today. Absolutely appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed that one. Absolutely inspiring book is the right phrase for sure. Thank you so much, Kathy. Thank you for being here with us. Luna, thank you. I hope you were able to find all the cats in the book today. Thank you so much for joining us here on Story Time. A is for activist. This one coming to us from Innosanto Nagara, 7 Stories Press, and of course, Triangle Square Books for young readers. Thank you so much for being here with us today. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. But before you go, we'll be right back after this short break. Join us for more Story Time.
Hi, my name's Christine Mitchell Adams. I'm a mama and an artist, and I believe that books are a great way for children to have access to the arts on an everyday basis, which is why I believe that programs like Storytime with Mr. Limata are so important.
Thank you so much for joining in Storytime. Thank you, Chrissy Mitchell Adams, of course, doing amazing work out there in Vermont. Borden, sending you lots of love. And thank you for being here with us today on Storytime. Inspiring book. Yes, it is indeed. Thank you, Kathy, for that. And to everybody else that's joining in Storytime, if you're here live with us, sending you the biggest of hugs. Appreciate you and hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. And this was our story for today. I hope you've been inspired. And I just wanted to say, too, there are a few pages in here, 2 pages in particular, that just reminded me why to start with. For all the youth out there that are doing amazing work, right? Why is for you and youth, your planet, your rights, your future, your truth. Why is for yes, yes, yes. And thinking particularly about all the youth movement that is happening in Kenya right now as they continue to push that country's leaders to do the right thing. And I hope that, yes, those leaders can listen, and all those that have been incarcerated unfairly can be released. Thank you so much for joining in here on Storytime. And look around the world for all these amazing movements, all these amazing young people that are out there doing very inspiring work indeed. Thank you. And I know that the elections are coming up, for example, here in the US in November. And we hope that as the campaigns are coming up, we take time to listen, take time to really question what is happening and look at the candidates and really see what do they stand for and what does that mean for me, but of course, indeed, for the greater world, for everybody else, my neighbor, my colleagues, my co-workers, my students. What does that mean for them? And we want to put people in place that definitely embrace diversity and people that do care, not just for themselves, not just to feed themselves, not just to line their pockets, but to make sure that everybody has a better life, better pay for workers, better quality of life, better access to housing, better access to food. So many things that we need, so many things that our leaders should do. Don't fund war, fund programs in the community that make life better. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. And I know that we will be critically thinking as we approach these elections and making sure too that we play our part. If you cannot vote, please make sure that you still put out your voice. Help spread the word, help people, encourage people that can to go and vote, because their voice matters. Yes, like the book said, voice of the people. And yes, your voice matters indeed. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Storytime. Kathy, thank you for being here. Everybody that is joining us live, we appreciate you, sending you the biggest of hugs. And of course, to everybody that's joining us later on for the recordings, well, thank you for choosing to be with us on Storytime. Please leave us a message. Let us know that you are here. And of course, leave us your recommendations as well if you have any. And of course, if there are any books that we've read before and you'd like to see them back here on Storytime, just like we did today with A is for Activist, let us know and we'll do the very best to bring it here to Storytime. Thank you indeed for being here. Have yourselves a fantastic day. This has been Storytime for today. This has been Storytime on this, the middle of the week. 2 more days to go, 2 more stories to go here. And then, of course, it is the weekend. Thank you so much for joining us on Storytime. Much love from me. I'll see you again tomorrow. Yes, inshallah, God willing, we'll be here and ready for another exciting story. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't leave lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Different from the way that I look and think. Read me all of the stories. Read me all of the stories. Some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing.